Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another quick short video. This is an update to my my wheel settings for the Moza R9 wheelbase. I've been tinkering again, not all day, but I've had a good couple of hours, and I've tweaked it even further, and I'm getting it feeling. It's getting close to feeling like an actual sim title. Like I say, under the hood, there is a game there. Do you know what I mean? There is a game that's playable. But you've got to go through a few hoops to get it feeling really like what we're kind of used to. Right guys, so without further ado, let's just jump into Forza. I'm going to go through the settings. Again, like I did in my first video, I'm not going to say why or explain what each individual slider does. Again, I'll direct you over to Champion Joe over at Overtake GG, who does an absolutely fantastic job of describing what each individual slider does. But I will tell you what I've changed and why I've changed it, and the effect it has on the cars. I've tested this force feedback on 3 GT3 cars, basically around Spa, because you've got some nice, long, like quick turns. You've got Eau Rouge and Radion, which is you know, like that puts the force feedback through its paces. You've got a couple of nice tight turns as well. So yeah, so let's get over to the settings. Right, so driving assist, guys. For me, I've got an elephant foot when it comes to the throttle. So I've got the traction control on sport. I'm quicker using the sport option rather than off. I'm sure if I could modulate my my right foot to be a little bit more gentle on the throttle, I'd be a little bit quicker. But at the moment, I'm quicker using the traction control on sport. It kicks in, and I've, you know, I hate it, but it keeps it a little bit stable. Braking, ABS on or off. In my testing, I'm no quicker with ABS off than I am with ABS on. So you know, as the wheel support is not the best, every little bit helps. So they're my settings for driving assists. Right, now the main thing, you know the score, guys. You know to zero all of your dead zones, 0 100, zero all your dead zones. Now this is where, like, I've made some changes. I can't exactly remember what my old settings were. However, these are my new settings. So the vibration scale and force feedback scale, they're going to be completely subjective to you. These are what work for me, without any clipping. Steering self-alignment, again, that will offer you the resistance that, in the cornering. As you probably know, out of the box, you reach the limit in a corner, you can feel the grip. Then all of a sudden, when you go over the limit, the wheel just goes completely light and like nothing, and then it'll re-grip once you've come back. That to me is completely unrealistic, and it is really confusing. So this steering self-alignment, that will offer you a little bit of resistance, so you can still feel it. You can still feel when you're like going towards the limit, but it's progressive. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't just fall. It doesn't just disappear, the force feedback. So you can feel the grip. You can feel when you've just gone past the grip and you're creating a bit of a slip. Like, so you want a bit of slip, like in cornering, like to go a little bit quicker. But with that steering self-alignment, that just offers that little bit of resistance, which is what I'm after. And these guys, I think this was originally around about 185 or 190. A pneumatic trail scale was down around about sort of mid-30s or 40s. I've lowered the mechanical trail scale and I've increased the pneumatic trail scale just to close them up a little bit. These I think this is quite a good ratio. But I would, if you're going to adjust things, these are the three main ones that you want to adjust. These are the ones that are going to offer the biggest changes. But as a base, I think these are really solid settings. Road fuel scale, I've got this at 100. I might reduce this a little bit because I'm getting a little bit. I like to feel the road underneath the car. I don't like it when it feels like it's completely smooth and you can't feel anything. But this is just a little bit too much, so I might reduce this to around about 90, maybe 95. Let's put it 93 for now. Everything else, that's exactly how I want it. I think it feels probably 100 times better than my original video, and I was quite pleased with the original video. I just found it was just a little bit too heavy in the corners, but these, like, you know, it's not quite as heavy. You can still feel the limit, and you can adjust it to suit your needs. Right, I'm going to get over to Moza Pit House now, because these are important. You know, it's no point in me giving you just the in-game settings. You want the full story. So we'll go to basic settings. You can see I've got the road sensitivity turned down to 8. I think it was on 9 before. Force feedback intensity 100%. I don't think these two have changed much. 0 on the wheel damper, that's changed. We can change this to that should be on 900 actually. I was playing about. I did have it originally at 760, but between sort of 760 and 8 something. But yeah, 900's fine though. I think it's set up in game as 900. Advanced settings. So I think the steering wheel inertia has changed a little bit. The natural inertia has come down a bit. The wheel friction's come down a bit. The speed independent damping and the start point of independent damping has come down a little bit. Still offers you a little bit of damping, but not a great deal. Equalizer's not changed. This is the big change for me, guys. So the Moza R9 wheel, or the wheelbase, you always kind of had a little bit of almost like a bit of a dead zone in the center of the, you know, when you're, you know, going down a straight, you can move the wheel left to right, and there'd be a bit of like a dead zone there. I couldn't get that out in game, so basically I changed the FFB curve, and it's kind of eliminated it really. It's just a little bit more in the center of the wheel, as it describes it here. Parabolic, enhanced change in base fallback in the front and middle section, and slightly weakened in the base in the mid back section. But the way I've got it set up, it's completely fine. I really like it. It feels really, really nice. Right, let's come out of this. Let's go back into the game. We'll save that because we changed a setting. Right, we go to free play. Like the 3 cars that I've used, like I say, guys, are the Aston Martin, the Bentley, and the Corvette. And if we just do a quick lap around Spa in the what should we do? Let's use the Bentley. As you can see, I've just been honing round Spa for the last couple of hours, getting these force feedback settings absolutely fine. I'm still going to carry on tinkering, but these are great settings, guys. I think anyway, for the Moza R9 wheelbase and the CS wheel.
Spa is in an area of Belgium that sees some of the highest
don't worry about that. Let's just put that up there, save, and just get on with it.
Pop up out of nowhere.
So what I'll do, guys, is I'll bring the force feedback so you've got the force feedback there at the top window. Just let him go. So we don't want to clip. The idea is to have like a nice bit of resistance there. You get one little bit of clipping around Spa with these settings, and it's the first bit of Eau Rouge and Radeon. A little bit there, that's the only bit. But as I was suggesting, there's the tiniest amount of dead zone there, but it's virtually gone compared to what it was. So like you're on the limit there, it's just gone past the limit. And what I've found is, like, again, just gone past the limit, but there's a little bit of resistance there, so it doesn't feel unnatural. And what I've also found now is, again, complete understeer because you've gone past the limit. You can rescue slides now, whereas out of the box, look, gone past the limit, regrips. Out of the box, I found that once you started sliding in this car, or any car in this game, that was it. You weren't rescuing anything with the wheel. So, like, grip, slip, grip, grip, slip, grip, slip. It's hard. It's really hard to demonstrate. I suppose using the force feedback meter on the steering torque might give you some indication. Grip, no. You see that little bit there? It's really hard to describe. Look, guys, this, I think it's an improvement on my original video. I hope you find it useful. Like grip, I love it. You know, if you do find it useful, I'd be much obliged if you'd give me a thumbs up, like the video, share it with anyone else that's got a Moza wheel that may well be struggling with settings. But I really like these settings. They're working for me. I hope they work for you. Leave me a comment. Leave a comment in the comment section, right, if you're a Moza user and if you find these useful. Alright guys, you take care of yourselves. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.